What's up guys, me and my uncle have done the Circle DNA Premium Test Kit. This is one of the best test kits for testing your DNA and sequencing your whole genome, well, your whole exome actually. And well, if you want to know how to do the test and how to take it, watch my previous video about that. There's also a discount code in the description for 30% discount on any kit on the site. So in this video we will compare and watch all our results in as much detail as possible. So as you can see, it's all in an app with different categories, very organized and well explained.
I was very surprised by how much data you get from your DNA.
Yeah, it's like more than 500 reports you get. So,
yeah. So before we go into any specific details, how much you can see over all the different aspects of life. So you have diet, you have talent and sports, you have your origins, your ancestry, you have your genetic blueprint, even a family planning part. You have detection of cancer risks, dementia and brain health, health and disease risks in general, and also a drug response part.
Let's go ahead and go in the first category with diet and lifestyle. Diet. Here we can see our optimal diet type. We both have the same, Mediterranean. You can also have low carb, low fat or healthy balance. And I will show you how everything is organized. When I tap on alcohol sensitivity, they first explain everything about the subject, eventual recommendations, and then the scientific details with the genes they've analyzed, and a confidence score, which indicates how much the genes correlate with this topic, like alcohol sensitivity. Here's a 4, so it's pretty certain I have a normal alcohol sensitivity. So both to yes, I do. So everything is like the same with higher fat sensitivity and carbohydrate sensitivity. You also have higher salt sensitivity.
Yeah.
Definitely something to watch out for in this society.
Spices as well.
Spice, that's weird because
well.
we eat a lot of spicy food. I've eaten a ghost pepper in my life, so I don't know. I'm a non-taster, that's a little bit special. I don't taste a lot, actually, and that's true.
For me, it also says non-taster, but I'm not sure if I agree, because I think I taste a lot.
We won't go in too much detail because otherwise this video would be way too long, but so the differences are your salt sensitivity, and for the rest I have an increased toxin generation speed. No, you're normal. Yeah, if you want to know what it is, for example, I can read all this. You can pause the video if you want, with recommendations to give an example. And then the details as always. If you want to know about the confidence score, you can also read this. And then also references. Okay, let's go to nutrition. Here they give what vitamins and other stuff you have higher needs for.
Yeah.
For me, that's antioxidants, calcium, magnesium, selenium, and vitamin B12.
And for me, it's iodine, magnesium, selenium, vitamin B6, and vitamin E. What I found funny about nutrition is the things that I have higher needs for are also the things that I crave. I didn't know that in advance, but as I can see here, magnesium is in seeds, for example. Selenium is in nuts. Vitamin B6 is in chicken. Vitamin E is in almonds, also nuts. So I crave those things a lot, and I never knew it was because I have a higher need for it. It is as if nature tells me to eat it because I need it. So very interesting, yeah.
Yeah, indeed. I read a nice book about that subject, and that's exactly true. Well, at least for insects. But humans probably. Evolution. Okay.
Well-being.
We Oh, you have normal control. Well, I have
Appetite?
I have a lower controls.
Too
I'm
much.
not satisfied very quickly with
yeah.
food, so
Bone mineral density, likely lower.
for me it's
Likely
normal.
normal, so I break my bones more easily than he does, which is true because he breaks my bones pretty often. Life longevity, likely average. Likely
too.
average, we're gonna live forever.
A little bit disappointed, but yeah, I'm gonna invent something for us.
Metabolic response, a normal response.
Me too.
Yeah, normal. I think I have a pretty fast metabolism, but it's not extremely fast or so. So normal is okay, but the tendency for mosquito bites, it says normal. I don't agree. Put me in a room with 100 people and one mosquito. The mosquito is definitely gonna sting me, but it doesn't mean that it's a genetic thing. It can also be because things I eat, or maybe because I sweat more.
I know it's a 4 though. We should test that. Maybe another
4?
video. It's
4.
it's maybe a good content idea. A lot of people in the room and see which with some mosquitoes.
Yeah,
We'll test that.
that's true. Stress and sleep. This one was very interesting for me because I have sleep problems for my entire life, and this one says I'm an insomniac. So it's even in my DNA that I don't sleep that much.
Yeah, for me everything is exactly right as they say. I'm very average. I move a lot in my sleep, that's true. I even talk a lot. I'm a quite easy sleeper. Morning lark, I wasn't too sure, but I'll take it.
I'm a night owl.
And we both have absolutely no stress. Put us in the most stressful situation and you won't see anything. That's true.
We won't blink an eye. Pollution. All my sensitivities are normal.
Yeah, for me too.
Skin. Skin is a good one. I was happy with skin.
I was neutral.
Yeah.
Skin age only mature. That's like
my skin age is younger.
Yeah.
I'm actually 80 years old.
But you can't see it. He doesn't look very young. But whatever.
It's also because I'm very immature.
By the way, I'm 22 years old. He's 30.
No.
He's 30 years old at least.
Um,
Never had acne, so that's right. The other stuff, yeah, if you want to know what this is, has to do something with acne.
Low stress risk, cellulite formation, interesting for the girls, but I have a higher tendency to get cellulite.
Me too, but I've not seen any cellulite yet, but for
a very low wrinkle formation risk.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that's nice. Forever young.
Means average.
I have a low sunburn risk, which is also true. I use sunscreen twice in the summer. I never get burned.
Yeah, for me too.
That's about it, about diet and lifestyle.
Okay. Let's go to performance, talent and sports. So sports and fitness was very accurate for me.
For me, less accurate.
You're just weak. So optimal sports type, it's well, for me it says high power, medium endurance, medium strength.
For me, everything is average in power, endurance, and strength. It's well balanced.
But it means your response to those three. It doesn't mean you're powerful necessarily or something, but your response to power training, for example, or endurance training or strength training. Okay, so for me it's boxing, martial arts, and tennis, and I have done all those three.
Pretty accurate,
pretty accurate. So the optimal training type then, well, it's so the same and a little bit of. Well, it says how you should train, like in fitness or whatever. I mean, risk for Achilles tendon injury very high for me.
For me, very low.
So it's, well, the opposite. So that's very, I haven't had any injuries or anything, but I will definitely watch out.
Blood flow, normal.
Yeah, normal.
Normal. Body composition, normal lean body mass. So
Yeah, that's true, I think. It's normal. I have high lean. Well, the last test I did, I had 7.5% fat.
Whoa.
So that's very
Last
little.
test I did, I had a 17. But I think now I'm around, I think I'm around 13 now. Endurance capacity medium.
This is with information about endurance.
My fatigue resistance, what's yours?
Fatigue average.
Average, mine is above average, which is also true because I can basically always keep going even if it's not healthy for me. Heart rate response to exercise is higher.
Higher
I think
also.
it's true for the both of us.
Yeah.
Injury risk, elevated risk.
Also, just tore my bicep, so maybe true. Probably true. Lactate clearance above average.
Below average for me, which actually isn't the case. I had a above average when I measured it like a month ago, but also it's mostly training.
Yeah, lifestyle is also a big factor. Yeah, then the rest like grams above average, oxygen efficiency higher, and then the power and strength. And water loss below average for you.
My water loss is above average.
Yeah, you sweat a lot.
Which is very true.
Yeah,
I sweat like crazy. Success traits are 0 for me. No, I have normal intelligence, normal emotional, normal EQ. Unless what some people would say. Entrepreneurship tendency is also normal. Creativity is normal. My educational attainment is above average, so note that. Information processing power is excellent.
Yeah, for me it says everything is normal, but these are also stuff which have lower confidence, which explains a lot because I know my IQ and I know
These are facts.
I know well I study a lot and I love studying.
Yeah.
So but whatever.
And I never study and I know everything, so it's true. Music and dance. My dancing ability and my musical ability is normal. I don't know if it has an option that says no, you can only be normal or gifted. If there was an option below average to horrendous, that would be mine for the dancing at least.
For me, both says gifted, which is an undiscovered talent, then because I hate both of them.
And now we come to the most interesting part for me, at least, is the ancestry composition. I'm 100% European. Around 40 Eastern, around 40 Northwestern European, so that's very locally actually.
We're from Belgium, so
yeah, that's around here. And then Southern European, 18% and a bit. I thought it would be more mixed, but my ancestors were from around.
Yeah, so he's my uncle, so you can see how much different there can be, even between brothers and sisters. There can be a lot of difference. For me, it was very shocking because I'm like 70% Middle Eastern, didn't see that coming, and 5% African, and the rest is also European.
Yeah.
Some Viking, I hope, Northern European.
I have nothing Northern European, and I thought maybe, because I have blue eyes and blonde hair, that I would be more Northern than him, which I am.
But you're like Polish. Like a
Yeah,
Napoleon.
you can see from the back of his skull.
Yeah, he's very Eastern European look alike. Okay.
From Russia. Personality traits. So
for me, it was exactly like I would say how I am. So you can see and read it.
For me, it's all balanced.
Yeah, it's all balanced, but it's exactly like
the stable person I am.
Confident, calm, inventive, curious.
Indeed. Extraversion, likely reserved.
Do we have differences?
That's not really true.
I'm competitive, challenging. You're more balanced. Okay, balanced.
Not competitive at all. I'm balanced. Balanced. You're confident and calm.
Reserved,
I'm just balanced. Everything is balanced, except my extraversion is reserved and reflective. So I don't say much, and mostly I'm thoughtful to myself. Behavioural traits.
Alcohol addiction less likely, altruism less likely.
Everything
less likely.
Is less likely with me as well. So we have great characters and we have no addictions.
No addiction, no CDs. Physical traits, we're
physical
all
traits.
True, I think. All
my
right.
facial and body hair is likely normal. I'm quite a hairy guy, but it's not crazy. Body odor, likely more than normal.
For me too.
So I smell.
Ear protrusion, that's
likely.
Flap ores. We both don't have it, so
it's bullshit.
Bullshit. Erotic type, wet.
Likely wet. Likely
He's
light.
blonde and blue eyes. I am brown and brown eyes. So
Yeah. My pain sensitivity is likely normal.
for me, it's high, slightly high.
Yeah.
But I ignore it then, I would suppose. So smell sensitivity likely stronger. That's not true. I don't smell anything, but I don't know if it was always like that. So
Sweat tendency
sweat normal.
is normal. Gender traits. This was the one that I
For us both, it says less likely thrill seeker and normal.
and
sexual
actually we
levels.
are quite adventurous. I think if you check averages.
But that could also be like how we are raised and what kind of family, of course. But
also
because it's just a two, so it doesn't. Thrill seeking is more how you're raised. Family planning, that means what kinds of diseases or whatever you can give to your child. For me, it was just one. For you too, something different. First, mine, I have alpha 1, and look how many they tested, like more than 100, I think.
For me, it was all negative. I checked the one positive one, and it was about like belly aches or something like that. It wasn't even a bad one.
For me, it was lung and liver disease, well, chances on, and it gives you very exactly which mutation you have. It's very interesting if you know
So
the field.
genetic wise,
and this is also a
single girls are watching and they want children with the optimal DNA.
Hit me up.
Yeah.
We both have very good news. We don't have
any cancer risk.
Well,
that doesn't mean
tested.
Yeah, that doesn't mean that
we don't have any hereditary cancers that they've tested. We could have ones, but they've tested quite a lot. But cancers are like 50% how you live, because that also causes mutations, the same mutations maybe.
Dementia and brain health.
Oh, sorry.
That was a
oh yeah.
For the both of us, that was quite a shock. Everything is average except Alzheimer.
Average is like the.
I had a moderate risk.
Can't have less than average, so that's good.
Okay.
You Alzheimer's,
Alzheimer.
I have schizophrenia for some reason. I know why, but
nobody knows why. And the Alzheimer's disease, I forgot, so I don't mind.
Okay, then they have some common health risks and disease risks. Let's go over it quickly. I have an elevated risk for hypertension and obesity. That's probably from my father.
And so I have everything average except an elevated risk for high cholesterol, and I think that has something to do also with the diet part, where I have sensitivity for salt, for fatty foods, and then a non-alcohol fatty liver disease, which I already knew that was a more sensitive part.
Yeah. But heart disease and type 2 diabetes, which are the most common death causes in the world, we don't have. Normal diseases, I had some, one of which was a glaucoma, which is a little bit frightening. Then you become blind suddenly out of nothing, or almost blind.
Yeah.
So because of this test, now I know I have to do a test when I get older once a year, which I'm definitely gonna do. Irritable bowel syndrome, which is definitely true and explains a lot. It's not too severe, so now I know it. Orthostatic hypotension, that's something everyone has, I guess, because it's like when you stand up too quickly, you see some black spots. And then finally, temporomandibular joint disorder, something with the joint here, but never had any problems with that. So
tooth decay, which is weird because I have very strong teeth, and my dentist always compliments me about them, so I don't think that that is true, but it's just an elevated risk, and maybe it means that I just take care of my teeth.
Tooth decay is also just a 3 in the confidence score, and other ones are 5, so.
What also was interesting is this tests on ADHD, attention deficit and hyperactivity disorder. What I have 100%, but it doesn't say so in my DNA.
Well, it says average, yes, so, but.
Okay. So the other 3, the hyperhomocystenemia, what is it? Tintling in the extremities, hands and feet.
Oh.
which actually is very true. Hypertriglyceridemia, so high fat sensitivity, high cholesterol, a bad liver.
You're just weak and will die probably when you're 50 years old. Yeah. So drug response, it just shows some different categories. For example, psychiatric drugs. Here I have to use a lot of as directed and then decrease starting dosage for this drug, for example, opioid antagonist. When you get a little older and you have to take a lot of drugs, for example, for cardiovascular, I know I have to use with caution for 5 drugs, and in this case, for example, these 5 drugs. So that's everything this says. They keep our exome in their database so we can get a lifetime update. We also have a counseling with a genetic expert, which I will probably make a video on, in which I will correct him, which will be very funny. But okay guys, so this was a test. Check out the link in description. As you've seen, there's a lot of information you can get from this. I will definitely make some changes in my lifestyle, and I know for what I have to watch out. So yeah guys, thanks for watching and see you next time.